when I was little, my dad was very, very important, you know. He was very, very strict, you know. Even I remember, like after the games in the youth, when I was really young, like 7, 8, and the game was not so good or we lost, you know, he stayed with me and my brother after the game or training, and he still kept practicing with us, you know. So
Okay.
it was quite yeah, it was good at the end, you know. In this time, you doesn't understand well because you are so young, and sometimes you want to just play with your friends or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was good that my dad, you know, he was very, yeah, he was very strict, and he wanted to get out the best of us, you know. And
Yeah, of course.
it was good. And I think later on, uh, my there was a coach in I mean, you know, I believe also that everybody have his part, and I learned a lot, you know. I was
Yeah, yeah.
like a sponge, and I took everything, you know. I took
Okay, yeah.
from everybody anything, you know, even a little thing.
Yeah.
All my youth coaches, everything. But I think there was one coach like Horst Rubesch. He was in I got him in the under 19 national team, and he was very important for me, you know,
Yeah.
because with him I learned some different things. What was more important for the professional football? I mean, you know, for
Okay.
my dad, all this, you know, the mentality, the mentality also to fight, you know,
Yeah.
because I think also this is when you come from poorness,
Of
then
course.
you know how to survive, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is what I learned a lot from my dad. But later on, you need to learn more things, you know,
Yeah.
and you have to be disciplined. And this is even later in the professional football. I think it's more important than your talent, you know,
Yeah.
because your talent gets you there, but you know the discipline decides a little bit also if you stay there. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, of course.
So with this coach, I learned a lot also. You know that he teach me that, for example, simple things that I have to take care of my body. I have to eat good, to sleep good. You know
Yeah.
that I can perform better. You know, and
Yeah.
you know that I just can also, because sometimes when I was young, to be honest, I didn't understand it. I came to the first team. I was 17, and I had a good training or two good trainings, and the rest of the week I was tired because I was eating shit at home. You know,
Yeah.
this is the truth. You know, and this is what you have to learn. And then I was thinking, hey, come on, it's not possible that I have sometimes two good trainings, and the rest of the week I can't train on my top level because
Yeah.
I'm just not fit. You know, I get
Yeah,
tired
yeah.
very fast. And then I learned, you know, and to take care of my body, you know. And this is important, you know, that you perform all the week and all the year good, you know.
Yeah. And so in Germany, Germany is very known for developing young players. It's like a very strong development. And you were from a young age, Borussia Mönchengladbach, and the German youth national teams. You went through all the age categories. Why do you think Germany is so good at developing young players?
I think because they know that, you know, they give good possibilities to the young generation, to the young kids, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, you can, you know, you can sign yourself in good clubs, you know. And you I mean, there are good facilities, you know what I mean. So,
Yeah.
and there's a good system, you know, also. So I remember, for example, when you play a lot of tournaments, you play, like, you know, when you were 13. I was living, for example, in Düsseldorf. I was playing for Gladbach. So the best kids come together and they play in the area of Gladbach.
Okay.
And then they, you know, this happened to all areas in Germany. And then you
Yeah.
play tournaments. And
Yeah.
then they choose, or they pick out, like, you know, they pick the best players out of that, you know, tournament. So this is a system, you know. They really have a system. And you know the development is just much better like that, you know, when you have
Yeah.
order, when you have a system, when you have organization, you know.
Yeah.
And that's basically the secret, in my opinion, you know.
Okay. And
And it's a big country, you know what I mean.
yeah,
So, you know,
a lot of talent.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's also not easy, because many people think, yeah, in Germany it's much better and easier because you can do this and you can play there and you can, but of course that's easier because the facilities are good, but they're also better and more
Yeah,
players.
yeah.
So it's more
So
difficult also to get out of them.
yeah, yeah. And you as a player, I don't know if it's fair to say that your style is a bit different to the typical German player. You're very dribbly, like good dribbler, very creative, like a lot of skill. Why do you think that is? Why is your style like that, in your opinion?
I think because, I think because of the, when you're small or when you're little, you watch professional football and
Yeah,
you choose your style. You like
yeah,
something. For example, when you watch Zidane or Ronaldinho, then you like them or you don't like them. But
yeah,
if you like them, and I liked it a lot, so I choose it, and then you try to imitate them on the street. So when
of course.
you're young and when you're little, you're playing with your friends, and then you try to imitate them, and then you get your own style. And I love that way to play always. When you see Ronaldinho, Ribéry, it was this is amazing. For me, that's why the people go to the stadium and pay money for.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, and I think that's a little bit deceiving. For example, look at Holland. They, I mean, the list is long of great players. And
Yeah,
great. Also, they have good skills. They have great technique. This is
yeah,
because of the street football. They go on the street and they play football there. And for me, the street is the best teacher, or the best possibility to learn football.
yeah.